Hello and welcome back to the Broken Doll. Well, I was on my on the YouTube yesterday, and I was watching. No, I was reading my comments, and Antoinette Trevingo, she was asking about how she has a plastic doll that stinks. I have a couple of them up in my attic. Couldn't find them right now, but that's okay, because I got enough down here I can't work on them right now. But she was wondering what would I do to get the stink out of those dolls. Well, I bought this stuff called De-Stink. Now I'm going to read about it here, and we'll see what it's about. Someone said they used it and it didn't do anything. And that very well could be the truth on it too. I'm not calling her that person a liar or anything. Boy, I don't see anything. Got Perk Boost. This is the pamphlet they give you with all their doll hair care. Let me see. Zit removal, boost, perk, 911, shampoo, de-stinker. Here we go. De-stinker was tested on plastic dolls with great success. Odor from mold, mildew, food, even animal waste. Odors have been successfully eliminated. Unfortunately, there are exceptions to most rules. Some dolls made of ura-formaldehyde from the 1930s and 40s, hard plastics, are beyond help. These dolls succumb to bacteria. Well, there was no plastic dolls in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, I would say. I don't know about that 1930 stuff, that we were into compositions at the time. These dolls succumb to bacteria that attack the urea and leave a most unpleasant odor that simply cannot be overcome. After application, de-stinker leaves a neutral environment with no fragrance cover-up or odor smell. The pleasant scent of the product dissipates as malodors are eliminated. De-stinker has been safely tested on common metals, plastics, rubber, washable fabrics, and no adverse effects. Soaking or over-wetting a doll can dull the finish of the doll. As with all products, please test first in an inconspicuous area. In addition to dolls, de-stinker is effective in eliminating odors from sewers, meat processing plants, hospitals, veterinarian clinics, daycare centers, nursing homes. De-stinker is effective against foot odors. De-stinker interacts with malodor molecules to counteract and cancel unpleasant odors. It is not a masking agent. To use de-stinker, simply spray a fine mist onto or into the offending area. If the doll is strung, spray inside. It is not necessary to saturate or soak. A fine mist spray is all that is necessary. Repeat as needed. So, that is from Twin Pines, their brochure, and here's the de-stinker. You can tell I've never used it yet. It's actually dusty on top. So, I haven't used it yet to say if it works or not. Couldn't tell you, but I was watching somebody and I went back to try to find out who they were, and I can't find them. So this is not my idea. It does belong to somebody else, but they said it worked, and it did cover up the odor. So I'm going to show this to you. It's called Diamond Glaze, and this is what they used to take. They actually brushed it on the inside as far as they could go down into the doll, and they even dropped some down into the doll, down into the leg of the doll, all the way down, and kind of let it just run back up the leg and everything until they could smooth it out. Now, I don't know how they got a brush down too far, because some of those holes in those 1950 legs are like this with a little slot, you know, so they must have poured some down and went one way and then went the other. Now, what this does is puts a layer over the plastic so you can't smell it. I guess I would use this as a last resort. I bought it because I wanted to try it. Have I tried it? No. I haven't went there yet. I'm hoping to do something like this, Antoinette, coming up. But this is something, like, if you want to go ahead and buy this stuff, go for it. If you want to buy the de-stinker, go for it and try it out and see if that would help. We're talking about those 1940, late 40s, early 50s plastic dolls that were from, you know, that hard plastic. And what they do, they actually, I'm going to say this, they smell like vomit. And I've got some in a container of its own, and apparently this stuff will actually spread to other dolls. So these ones are all by themselves. I'm going to try. I got it purposely. The lady said they stunk, and I thought, good, I want them. And because I wanted to try it out, because people were asking me, do you know anything about these? Have you ever dealt with them? And I'm like, no, 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 no. So I'm thinking, you know what? I got to get my hands on some so I can do this one day. That's what I got this stuff for, so I can bring them down and do it. But I got to commit myself right now to my Casper the Ghost. But I might just take a pause in there after I do Casper the Ghost, get them done, and try this out. And then we'll go back to the composition dolls again. It's always worth experimenting. You know, this is what this is about, is learning and experimenting on these products and to see if they work or not. And like I said, I only got those dolls for that reason. And if I can save them, well, great. That would be wonderful if I can. If I cannot do it, well, oh well, I'm going to have to throw them away, because you can't, they'll take over the smell of your room. They just have to be thrown away. I might pop out their eyes or something. If they got wigs on, I might be able to take their wigs, unless it's gone into the plastic of the hair. That's another thing, because sometimes it can take right over all plastic. So even the eyes are plastic in there. So now here's the thing. A lot of those 1950 dolls their eyes are encased in metal, so they're not as plastic as what the eyes are of today. So if that's the case, I might be able to save the eyes. You just got to pull it out and see what they're encased in and what they're all about. And sometimes you can save little parts and whatnot, but if not, that's what's going to happen to them. And it's a sad thing to have to do, but you got to do it, you know. And but they're in a container of their own, so I try to find them up there, but I just couldn't find them. But I did find something else. I'm going to show it to you here. I thought I had all my doll clothes down until this. Can you see it? I found a huge tub of doll clothes right here. I got my hanger sitting here, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. Did not know that this stuff was all in here. I have got doll clothes galore. I've been wondering where they were. I kind of remembered them, but not remember them. It's like, maybe did I give them away to somebody? I don't do that normally, but because I need what I have, you know, for the dolls that I got coming up. And I'm looking at some of this stuff, and I'm like, what? This is one of a favorite dress of mine right here. Now, I think this was given to me by Janet here. I think. I don't know. Maybe not. But anyways, beautiful. Beautiful dress. But I've got dolls that can wear that. It looks like maybe it wasn't one of those 18-inch doll dresses. Maybe not. I don't know. But it's a pretty dress. Some of these came off of bisque dolls that I might have smashed too. So, but anyways, I'm going to be working on that right now, and then go back to Casper. I'm going to get something to eat in a little bit, and then go into getting Casper looked after. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing here. And anyways, that's where I'm at, is right here with this big tub. And maybe I can get an empty tub out of this, and yeah, that'd be great. All right, one less tub up in that attic, and get those clothes hanging up on my little rod back here. All right, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have finish your weekend off really great. And for those that were in that hurricane, if you were affected, my prayers and my thoughts are with you. And I hope everything's going well. You can get some help out there. I hope there's a lot of help for you. And we've been thinking about all of you down there, and it's heavy on our hearts and minds right now. My daughter right now is looking at stuff right now, and we're just sitting there, just like the animals that people are asking, have you seen my dog? Have you seen my cat? You never know. You know, miracles happen all the time. I remember this one lady on YouTube where they were interviewing her after a tornado, and she says, my little dog, I don't know where he is. And right behind her, they could hear him underneath the rubble, and they pulled him out. And, you know, these little miracles can happen. So, even when finding people and whatnot too. So, hopefully, you know, that people can find their lost loved ones and their animals. So, but anyways, nice talking to you all. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you heard here today. And you know what I'm doing. I can't get into any trouble. I got enough on my plate here today. All right, thank you for joining me. And we'll be coming back with more. Bye-bye.